Career and Transfer Services presents Job Search During a Pandemic. 6 Tips for a Successful Job Search. I'd like to start off by saying that when you're unemployed, finding a job is your job. A key to a successful job search is to treat it like a business. You'll want to commit the same amount of time in your job search as you would normally work a typical job. For example, if you work a 40-hour week, then you should be job searching 40 hours a week. I know it may sound like a lot, but your reward will come sooner than if you were to devote less time. In this presentation, I will discuss 6 tips that will help you in your job search. Tip number 1, know yourself. Your past experiences, strengths, and abilities provide valuable information that will service you in the future. Define the needs and wants for your next job. For example, what type of work setting is important to you? Do you like to work in an office setting or outdoors? Think back on the types of jobs you've already done. They can provide some great insight on what you want or don't want in your next job. Recognize your unique talents that set you apart. If you would like to discover more about your talents, Career and Transfer Services offers some career assessments. Log into your Ozone account and under My Career Center, you will see there is Focus 2, Career Coach, and Virtual Job Shadow as career assessment options. Next, make a list of your qualities. Interests. Do you enjoy being creative, drawing or making music, and you seek out these opportunities? Do you enjoy computers or numbers? Perhaps you love working with children and would love to teach. The truth is, we can have many interests. Skills. Are you great at organizing or understanding data and trends? Knowing this information will help you focus on the jobs that value these skill sets. Accomplishments. Make a point to think back on your previous jobs. What did you enjoy about that job and what did you do well? Goals. It's important to set both short-term and long-term goals. A short-term goal could be, I want to apply to 4 jobs this week. And a long-term goal could be, where do I see myself in 5 years? Don't be afraid to dream big. Values. Values are the principles and standards that you hold on to. You're less likely to compromise on these as they are ultimately who you are and what you believe in. So once you've established these qualities for yourself, you will want to effectively communicate this both verbally and in writing. So when you're composing your cover letter, resume, and when you're interviewing, be sure to communicate how your unique qualities line up with the employer's needs and wants. You will find these needs and wants in the job description. Tip number 2, be assertive and proactive. You have to get out there to make it happen. As the saying goes, the early bird gets the worm. You'll have a greater chance of success if you arrive first and early. Be eager and don't be afraid to grab a hold of opportunities. It's that eagerness that will not only help you in getting the job, but it will serve you well once you have the job. Try to match your skills, abilities, and values with the right career choice. This is why it's important to take career assessments and why you made your list of qualities. You will want to research businesses that interest you. Make sure you put your efforts towards the businesses that have open positions. And if it's a place where a friend works, ask for an introduction, although you can always cold call. Don't be afraid of cold calling to get ahead. It can be intimidating, but it also shows the employer your ability to take initiative. And if you reach the right person, you can start the process of being considered for your next job. Cold calling is a marketable skill, so give it a try. You may be asking, how would you open a conversation when you cold call? You can start with your name and the reason you're calling. For example, hello, my name is Kara Bloomfeld and I'm a current student at Owens Community College working on my associate's degree in accounting. I am interested in a part-time position in your business office. I'd like to schedule a meeting to discuss how I can contribute to your organization. This leads me to my next bullet. It's important to polish your elevator speech so you never know when you're going to have to give it. An elevator speech is a clear, brief message about you. It communicates who you are and what you're looking for and how you can ultimately benefit that company or organization. It's typically about 30 seconds, it's the amount of time from the top to the bottom of a building in an elevator. Tip number 3, work the network. Networking is of the utmost importance. Create an online presence with a LinkedIn account. LinkedIn is the #1 professional social media networking site that can help you advance your career goals. Career and Transfer Services will be offering a tutorial video on how to create a LinkedIn profile if you need some guidance. LinkedIn, as well as other social media sites, offer groups you can join so you can stay informed on what's going on in your area of study and professional development opportunities. Choose a job board or 2 that you like best. Stick with them as they can help streamline your focus. Simply Hired, Google for Jobs, and Indeed are good job boards. Remember to join professional organizations and job board discussions to help learn about your industry. You may already belong to a professional organization affiliated with your program of study here at Owens Community College. One of the main reasons you want to get into these groups is to get connected to potential employers. Cultivate your professional brand. A professional brand defines who you are, what makes you great, and why you should be hired. Your brand communicates your reputation and value to an employer. You may be asking, how do I cultivate a professional brand? Students can find a helpful starter guide on how to build a professional brand on LinkedIn. We have a link to the starter guide and other LinkedIn resources and tips on our webpage under resume building/job search. Facebook is a more commonly used for a casual social setting. Be cautious on what you post. Perhaps you may want to create a Facebook business page devoted to job searching. For Twitter, you may need to create a whole new account. Just keep in mind that whatever you put out there, it's a good representation of yourself. And be sure to get the word out to friends and colleagues and relatives. Never underestimate what connections they may have. Let them know what you're looking for and what you have to offer. They can be your eyes and ears to job search. Tip number 4, flex your muscles. So what do I mean by this? I mean you need to be flexible and willing to accept a temporary position if you're unable to find permanent work. This gives you the ability to learn new skills and possibly strengthen the skills you have. This can also further your connections while you're searching. Seek internship opportunities either through your respective school or job board. Depending on your program of study, Owens Community College has designated internship managers who will help you find a position that aligns with your career goals. Don't underestimate the value of an internship as it often can lead to full-time employment. You may be asking, how do I find more information about internships? You could visit www.owens.edu/intern for more information. Build your skill set while you search. What kinds of knowledge, abilities, and experiences are you learning on the job? Are you expected to use new computer applications or participate in a new research project? You can include these new skills in your cover letter and your resume. Remember, these experiences, both large and small, can be the building blocks to who you are and what you have to offer in your next job. So another way to flex your muscles is to use hashtags to narrow your searches. Hashtags allow you to navigate throughout the job boards with ease. You can type #NowHiring, #hiring, or #apply in the search bar. In addition, when you create your profile on job boards, be sure to set your alert notifications so you're notified when a new job gets posted or if something meets your qualifications. Typically, you can customize your notifications depending on the site. Tip number 5, it's in the way you say it. Use details on your resume to sell yourself. What did you do? How did you do it and with what resources? And what was the result? Example, maintain financial records using QuickBooks with 100% accuracy. Customize your resume, same goes for your cover letter, to each position and include relevant skills. Your professional summary, which is optional and generally goes at the top of your resume, should focus on what you can offer the employer, not what you want from them. For example, driven customer service with 5 years of experience in direct sales and marketing. Proofread your resume and cover letter and have a friend proofread it too. They should be free of errors. Both your resume and your cover letter represent you on paper, so make sure you're representing yourself well. Your cover letter should list specific examples of skills you have demonstrated. Tip number 6, wrap it up. Keep records of your job searches. You never know if in your networking you meet someone who works where you've applied. You now have the details of the position you were seeking, who you contacted, and when you sent in your application. Follow up to keep your name fresh in the hiring manager's mind, especially if you learn that openings are in the near future. It's best to remain consistent, give your best on every job application. Be organized by creating an Excel list of your job search activity. Be enthusiastic, your energy is contagious, and be kind and patient to others and certainly to yourself during this process. In summary, key takeaway points. A successful job search should be treated like a business, so put in the time it deserves. Make a list of qualities that make you unique. Take inventory of what you already know about yourself. Networking should be the center of your job search strategy, so get that LinkedIn account. Consider a temporary job as it often can lead to full-time employment. And keep your resume up to date. Same goes for your cover letter, and customize it to each job opening. Keep accurate records of your job searches by creating an Excel list of your job search activity. And above all, remain positive. I would like to end with a quote from the Dalai Lama. Quote, "In order to carry a positive action, we must develop here a positive vision," end quote. So in other words, expect and envision that just the right job is going to come along for you, and don't give up. On behalf of Career and Transfer Services, I'd like to thank you for joining me today for the workshop, Job Search During a Pandemic. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.